Prepare yourself, Bat fans. This is Chris. We're talking through the medias. I am with Michael Chu. We're about to do a review. We just saw the Batman Killing Joke movie, and
That's right.
I'm already excited about it. What did you feel about this movie, Mike? Well, you got to tell me, man. What did you think about this one?
Going into it, I've read the comic, but it was a while back, so I don't remember much from it. Obviously, other than the big thing that happens. But when it immediately started, you recognize that it's totally different. The intro is. Have you read the comic book, Chris?
Didn't read. I was back in the day. I was mostly just in the X-Men and whatnot. Book that I was constantly hearing about. You got to read the Killing Joke. You got to read the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
You know, I read it later on, but but not the whole thing.
The intro is completely different. We get this whole backstory on Batgirl, and a lot of people are complaining about it, but I kind of enjoyed it, to be honest with you, because when the events happen later on in the movie, you resonate more with that character and you feel for her, and you feel bad for her. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good watch.
I thought I was watching a totally different movie. I was thinking that I just walk into the wrong movie. What is this? This has to be it. And it felt like, I don't know, but the story was so good that I totally forgot that, hey, what the heck is happening to the Killing Joke? What's going on? Because everything that was happening between, it was relevant because everything that was happening with Barbara, Batgirl, and the antagonist in that story, which was Paris, France, it was almost, he was becoming the equivalent of her Joker. And then then when it dove into the Killing Joke, then it really made sense. So like that needed to be told to have the rest of it to make a bigger impact, if that makes sense.
And when it happens, it's a huge impact, And they push it with this R rating here. This is the first R-rated Batman anything we've gotten, and they definitely pushed it. And some people are saying it detracts from it. I don't feel that way. I feel like it adds to it because it's so graphic and disturbing and messed up. You see everything. There's nothing that's not shown, and they take it to that place to mess with you, and it works totally. It totally works.
There's plenty of movies out there where you've seen worse, of course, but what they did brilliantly was they were trying to get in there in your mind.
Exactly.
They just the dialogue, all the undertones, the overtones, everything. It was they were trying to get in your mind and mess with you, make you think of, and every time you go into the psyche, for me, every time I go into the psyche of the Joker, you're always reminded of that story. Insanity is like gravity. It takes that one push, like Ledger said, or in this case, it's just that one bad day. And when he spoke with Batman about, I wonder what that day was for you. I mean, did you lose a girlfriend? That conversation was, the whole time I'm thinking, is he gonna tell him? But that stuff like that. The cursing, the violence, and all that and whatnot. Yeah. For other Batman movies, you would have thought I would have been too much, but for this story, everything was just pitch perfect.
Yeah, it gelled together perfectly. And you mentioned the Joker and the Batman scenes with their dialogue. I thought that all of their dialogue scenes were the strongest scenes in the movie. They definitely overtook the action set pieces, at least for me.
Yeah, the action was great. You might, if you were dividing the first act and the first half and the second half, the Batgirl story and the Batman story, and have that first half with Barbara versus Paris, and then the Killing Joke with Batman and the Joker. That first movie was, if you just were to think of them as two different movies, was just action packed, was all action, and then it got into the psychological. And then on the Killing Joke, it was all psychological, and then the action started to ramp up at the end, but it was like two sides of the same coin though, and the overall, I could see where the complaints would come in, but the overall,
definitely,
right, it needed to be done. That needed to be done. Yeah. I didn't know that a Batgirl story would entertain me that well too.
Yeah, exactly. But in terms of complaints, the animation at times does feel a little bit dated, I guess is the right word. It kind of feels choppy and dated. But besides that, and I don't feel as if the first half of the film slows anything down at all. I feel like we like you said, we needed that because they complement each other, the first and the second half of the film.
But other than that,
Especially after the when each when you put together each story's climatic scene, for lack of a better word, if you know what I mean, the
yeah,
big holy hell moment that happened on the Batgirl story, and
which
then
was a big holy hell.
oh
My
what?
goodness.
I literally was like, what? But and I'm not gonna give any spoilers. I really want people to watch this.
Definitely.
And then the big moment that happened in the Killing Joke side of it, it made it that much stronger because I mean, and I'll go into my reasons why later. But what did you think about that?
Definitely, the first moment was kind of out of nowhere, and it hit me because it was shocking, to be honest with you, because you don't. It's hard to talk about without spoiling it. You just it's something you don't expect, you know. And you could kind of say the same thing about the second half spoiler or the second half big moment. You know, it's something totally different from the rest of the movie, and it's kind of, you know, bittersweet in a way, you know. And I thought that the ending of the film was amazing. It was a beautiful, beautiful scene.
Rank it like this. I still don't know where I'm going to put it overall. All the animated Batman movies, starting with the one that went to theaters, Mask of the Phantasm, the Return of the Batman Beyond, the Return of the Joker, and now this one. I'm going to say for the Batman movies that those are the three anime. If you never watch any of the other animated movies, like the ones he does with Superman, the Justice League stuff, if you never watch anything, these to me are the three that I like the most. And maybe one day we'll do a top 10 Batman featured animated movie. But those right now, I'm already going to call it. Those have got to be at least somewhere in my top 5 somewhere. These three movies: the Phantom, Mask of the Phantasm, The Return of the Joker, and now this, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, this is a great one, and it's definitely gonna go down in the books as a historical one because we've never seen it, like you said, in this form before, and it's awesome. I would put Under the Red Hood with those
Movies in terms of the great ones.
Damn it! I knew that was gonna. Yep. See, now,
Yeah, I love Under the Red Hood. It's a great film.
Yeah. See, that's why I gave myself a little pass by saying 5. I said 3 at first, but then I had to open it up.
Yeah, you got to change it. You got to make sure you just
to
give
give
yourself
myself
a
a top
safety
5.
net.
We're gonna have to go into that one day. The top 10
Yeah, we will.
animated Batman movies. But Under the Red Hood was awesome.
Under the Red Hood is a great film.
Great
Film.
If you do you rec what do you think? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I recommend this one to anybody. If you haven't purchased or gone to see one of the animated DC movies in a while, come back to this one. Yeah, you're right. The animation is dated. I think they did that on purpose to make it relatable to the original the
source
graphic
material.
novel.
Yeah,
exactly. So people could relate to what they're. If you go back and open the book, you'll see they use they really stay faithful to the graphic novel. And I think they wanted to keep that connection. I'm gonna say 9. I'm gonna give it a. I was thinking 8, but then I'm thinking 9 because that the way the story launched with the Batgirl story, and then got into the rest of it was at first I was thinking what is this, and then when it all came together, I was like right on. So I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 for the animated stuff. This was right up there. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right there with you. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, only complaint really I had was about the animation. Other than that, it's a near perfect, you know, feature.
You're gonna get a little bit into the Joker's history now, and I know that that they've changed it.
Yes.
I wish in comparison to other movies, I wish they never change his history. I mean, some stories he's one thing, and the other stories is another.
Yeah.
I know that I wish they would give. I hope that they stick with just one background, or just never give us any at all. Because I don't like. I understand Joker can be a mystery, but it's even a bigger mystery if you change the. If you change, it's even a bigger mystery if you keep changing the history.
Every goddamn time you gotta change it, it ruins everything.
Exactly. So that will be my only my complaint about it. But other than that, right on, man. That's awesome. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think after you guys check out the Batman. Was it Batman: The Killing Joke? Will you love it? Will you hate it? Do you think it's going to be as? Do you think this is going to be your top 10, your top 5? This is going to be the number 1 Batman movie you've ever seen. You already know what me and Mike think about it. So now we want to know what you guys think. I'm Chris. We're talking to the media's. Hey, Mike, let them know about your channel, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm at Michael Chu on YouTube. Just type in my name. I should be the first one that pops up.
The greatest Michael of all time. So I mean, Jordan is always asking this guy.
Well, that's debatable. That's debatable. He'll school me in basketball though. That's for sure. Can't beat him.
You gotta believe.
Can't beat that guy.
But till next time, guys, remember on his channel, on this channel, we're happy to have him here. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, like, share with your friends, comment. Always send us comments because we love talking about this stuff. We always give away free movie tickets every time we hit 100 subscribers. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away some gaming consoles. So check that out and stay tuned. And till next time, guys, let's keep talking.